But apparently they are making an amusement park based on Nintendo somewhere. And that got me thinking of some weird ideas. Like, if you've ever had the opportunity to go to Orlando, Florida, they have a lot of amusement parks out there. Like Magical Kingdom and stuff like that. And I've always wondered, like, if there's like an urban tale of like a methed out mom abandoning her kid at like the Magical Kingdom. And this is like, okay, this is a horror movie premise. This is my horror movie premise that I came up with. So you have this like methed out mom who abandons her kid in like 1988 at like the Magical Kingdom. We're gonna call it Wally World because like clearly Disney is not gonna allow us to use their amusement park. So she abandons a kid at like Wally World, and that kid, I don't have. If the zombie apocalypse happens tomorrow, I'm totally screwed. Anyway, so meth mother abandons her kid at Wally World, and because he has no identification, they don't know what to do with him. For some reason, they can't go to an orphanage. This is my movie premise. He grows up in the amusement park, and he eventually becomes like one of those costume characters. So he's like sort of like a Winnie the Pooh kind of guy. And he starts cooking meth on the side. So he's in like, this is a small world after all, and he's like cooking up meth. And one fatal night, the meth lab explodes, and it's the same night that they're planning on firing him. So it's kind of like a Freddy Krueger kind of scenario where, you know, they're gonna go raid. This is a small world after all. And he's cooking up meth in the basement. He looks like a giant Winnie the Pooh, but like really freaky. Like maybe his costume has started to deteriorate because he's also a meth head. And the whole thing explodes, and they have to cordon it off because it's just a disaster. So like this is a small world that's just destroyed. You fast forward like maybe like a year later, and this urban, yeah, Winnie the Pooh the Killer. Okay, I'm keep going with it. I'm not even done yet. So you fast forward like a year later. You have maybe even a few years, like 4 or 5 years, 10 years, whatever you want. And you have this urban myth of him still being alive, like crawling out of the fire like Freddy Krueger and terrorizing people at night. But clearly because the amusement park is closed at night, no one is typically killed. But this one Saturday evening, a high school plans a sleepover party at the amusement park. So you have all your high school kids hanging out at Wally World at night, all night, for like 12 hours. They're locked in. They can't leave the park until the morning. And that's when the Winnie the Pooh, meth the Pooh strikes. And one by one, he goes and starts like killing all the campers. Maybe you have some of them get on one of the amusement parks, like a funhouse ride or something similar to like This Is a Small World. And at the very end of them, they get like decapitated or something, like just horrible, weird deaths, like really creative deaths, like Methy the Pooh. Exactly, that's exactly what I was thinking. And he would look, I guess, a lot like similar to what is it, Five Nights at Freddy's? Those are kind of like cartoon characters. It'd be kind of like that. It would just be a really deranged looking Winnie the Pooh-ish kind of character, but clearly not Winnie the Pooh because they wouldn't give me the license for that. But yeah, that was what I was thinking about today. My amusement park horror story with a guy who was raised in the amusement park because he was abandoned there. And I actually did a Google search to see if it was a common occurrence in Florida, but I guess it's not too common, or they're keeping it under wraps. So thankfully not too many people are abandoning their kids at Walt Disney World that I know of. Alright, we'll let him do that. So I'm going to start working on that script. Oh, damn it, he saw me. A spring trap, yeah. I'm gonna give poor Centric a horror. He's gonna have nightmares tonight.